what we have here is a application of the sum/difference identity. And this problem is asking for sine of alpha minus beta. So I went ahead and wrote out what that formula is. And the idea here is basically substitute what we know into this formula. So we are given sine of alpha, which is -4/5, and sine of beta, which is -15/17. So they will be substituted here. So you will have -4/5 here and -15/17 here. What we don't know is sine of alpha cosine of alpha and sine of beta. And that's where these Pythagorean identities come in. We're going to be substituting what we do know into this formula and solving for cosine of alpha and vice versa with sine of beta. So we know that sine of alpha is -4/5, and we're going to square that because of the square here. And I know my pen tool is acting weird, so I'm sorry about the square. And we just rewrite cosine of square of alpha equals 1. This just becomes 16/25, and that's going to be equals 1, and cosine square of alpha is going to be 1 minus 16/25, and that's going to be 9/25. Take the square root of that, and we get that cosine of alpha is 3/5. I know that does not look like a 3/5. Let me rewrite that. Oops. Let's see if we can do it. 3/5. Awesome. Now, there is a sign that you have to take into consideration. That's why you have to go back up to the problem, and it says it's in quadrant 3. So is the sign positive or negative in quadrant 3 for cosine? It's negative. So we're going to have -3/5 for cosine of alpha. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with the betas. So we know this one is -15/17 square equals 1. And we write sine square of beta, and that's what we're looking for. So we have sine square of beta is plus 225/289, and that's equal to 1. So sine square of beta is equal to 289 minus 25, which is, let's see, 64, okay, over 289. And when we take the square root of that, we get sine of beta is equal to 8/17. Now, going back up here, we have also known that this one is also in quadrant 3. So what is sine of beta in quadrant 3? It's negative as well. Okay. And it's negative. Okay. So taking that into consideration, we come back up here. I'm going to change the color here and substitute it in. So we know this sine of alpha is -4/5 from here. We know cosine of beta is -15/17, and we're going to subtract the other one, and that's -3/5. No, -8/17, and we simplify. And I'm sure you can do that from here on out. And I hope that helps a little bit in understanding what the process is to being able to find the difference of the sums.